Good morning, everyone. How are you all today? I hope you all are having an amazing Saturday. My name is Viro Fernando. I am a marketing manager on behalf of my company, Jointech. Now, do any of you happen to be familiar with my company or its products? If you don't worry, I'll give you all a brief rundown. So, we manufacture and provide many computer accessories like keyboards and mouses. However, what sets us apart from other like minded companies like Logitech is that our main focus is in one niche, which is ergonomics focused computer accessories like these. Do you any of you happen to be familiar with or even possess some of these kinds of computer accessories? Because from what I've heard, all of you are computer science students. So I'm sure some of you have seen these kinds of computer accessories floating around in your social media feeds. If not, don't worry. Let me give a brief introduction to this kind of niche. So, ergonomics focused computer accessories like these are essentially everyday computer accessories that we often take for granted, like keyboards and mouses. However, what sets them apart is that they are deliberately manufactured in such a way that they tend to appeal much more to our joints, wrists, and muscles compared to their traditional counterparts. Now, I understand that to the common person, they look very uncomfortable to use every day. However, the point is that many of these users have expressed legitimate satisfaction, even favorability, over these. Now, why is that the case? Well, these tend to keep their user's hand in a fixed and unnatural manner, which tends to twist their wrists inward. In contrast, a study has found that these tend to lead to a more natural wrist position, which in turn lowers the risk of strain injuries from repetitive use. This is crucial considering I'm sure many of you use a computer almost every day, and here is where our newest product comes in. This is the Joint Mouse 5000. It's an ergonomic focused mouse that we have deliberately manufactured to be as comfortable as possible for every user regardless of their skill levels. So essentially, our goals are not only to reduce the stress and pressure from being gradually built up by consistently and repeatedly using them compared to conventional mouses, but also optimizing for both adoption and smooth transition from first time users as well. This is because the primary roadblock that many newcomers tend to face is that they tend to have a learning curve. This could be a problem when they already have an existing professional workflow and they don't want for the adoption process to hinder their ability to effectively do so, which in turn could lower their motivation to continue using said product and revert to conventional computer accessories. We don't want that. Here, we want to reassure them by manufacturing an ergonomics focused mouse that is as user friendly as possible while also maximizing their short term and long term usage comfort. We achieve this by ensuring that our mouse support every familiar feature present in a conventional mouse, like left click, right click, middle click, scroll, side buttons, etc., while also making them customizable to your liking. So for example, if I want to make this side button to be a delete key, I can. In addition, we have intentionally manufactured its size to comfortably fit with the average hand shape and made the gesture of using them not as dramatic or extreme as other like-minded products. In order to ensure that we have manufactured these to be as comfortable to use as possible, we have factored in a lot of individual user feedback and testimony from all kinds of backgrounds. Now, while our products can be deemed as being targeted towards niche consumers, throughout the past few months, we have been shifting our aim towards mainstream consumers. This is done by making them accessible by place and price. We have partnered with many licensed resellers and popular computer outlets like Electronic City to sell these mouses on our behalf in an approachable price, which is 60,000 rupiah. This way, from a pricing standpoint, our newcomers feel like they are just buying a brand new conventional mouse. A small shift like this can make a big difference in performing productivity tasks in the long run. So try our Join Mouse 5000 and perform work free of hand strains and nothing but comfort. Alright, that's my promotion presentation. If anyone has a question or want further clarifications, I'd be more than happy to answer them. Thank you all for watching.